we're going to jump right in. On this show, we have a ton of letters. I have an announcement of all the giveaways, people who've won some camera giveaways in the last few months.
Oh, great.
Here are some great topics that Matt's chitty chat about. Talking about your portfolio, using the FPP Plastic Filmtastic Debonair in the studio. We're going to have an E6 Fujifilm giveaway.
Big giveaway.
E6.
With processing.
That's
Whoa.
Yeah. Okay, so folks, we're still just reeling from PDN. This is all like leftovers. Fuji didn't not only surprised us, they just blew us away. So this is all courtesy of Fujifilm USA. This giveaway, prepaid mailers, 120, 35. Yeah. But we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
What are you doing right now, Mike?
Hold those up, Matt. Color protection film.
Wait, Mike. No. Slap it down.
I don't have to.
What?
This is, I'm shooting with my Polaroid Impulse camera. It's a 600 camera with the new, came out this fall, Impossible Project.
PX680 color protection film.
I don't have to protect it from light anymore.
Oh my gosh.
It's like the way it used to be.
It is.
It is.
And it looks beautiful.
Yeah, when we come back from break, we're going to be talking about that as well. On this show also, we have some darkroom tips. Okay? Darkroom tips. I'm going to be pulling out some vintage holiday spots, like, Michael Landon.
Oh, yeah.
Dick Van Dyke, all the holiday Kodak spots, the Polaroid spots.
You know what we can call this, Mike?
What?
A very chrome Christmas.
A very chrome Christmas. You know what? I have a self-timer on here. I'll pull out the Christmas hats. And we'll get our quick shot of us.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, if we want to be really cheesy, we can call it Verichrome Christmas, but I don't think we want to do that.
No. That'd be a very very monochrome Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have a book of the month?
Yes.
Your new pal, Annie Leibovitz.
Oh, my God. So,
yeah.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah. Okay. Lots of stuff this episode. We'll be right back.
Fragrant moments of this Christmas will fade away before you know it. Are you going to let them go without pictures? In color? On Kodak film? Before the magic is memory, see your photo dealer and ask for the film in the familiar yellow box. Kodak film, for the times of your life.
Breaking news.
Go to your family's basements, your family's attic, drawers. Turn things upside down and look for your family's 110 film camera.
Yep, 110 film is back. The film photography store is now stocking fresh 110 film, and if you don't have a camera, 110 new and vintage cameras. That's right, filmphotographystore.com. Support the FPP. Check out, try, revitalize your interest in 110 film.
110 film is back.
You thinking about trying it? You've never shot 110? Now's the time to do it. Filmphotographystore.com. We're carrying the new Lomography, the Orca 110 black and white, that's 100 ASA 110 film, the Lomography Tiger, Tiger 200 film, that's 200 ASA color film, and the Fugatsu 400 color film. That's 400 ASA color film. Never, ever would I thought that 2012 would have brought such awesome new 110 film stocks. Now's the time to check it out. Filmphotographystore.com. It helps the FPP. Very appreciative of all the folks that have been to the Film Photography Store over the last year. We're celebrating our 1-year anniversary of having our online store. Please do check it out. Thank you very much. Hey, we're back. Hey, Matt, Lomography this month celebrates their 20th anniversary. That's right, 1992 to 2012. FPP Man on the Street Hunter White was there at the Lomography party in New York City. Let's roll it in.
This is FPP's Man on the Street, Hunter White, and I'm sitting here with
Liad Cohen.
Liad Cohen of Lomography, New York City. What's your exact title, by the way?
I'm the USA General Manager.
USA General Manager. Okay, kind of the big thing, well, first off, it's the 20th anniversary of Lomography. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Kind of the big thing that I will look back on in 2012 is the introduction of 110. Can you tell us a little bit about the reasoning behind 110 introduction and how it's gone? Is it bigger than you thought it would be? Is it underperforming? How's it going?
Well, the reason for reintroducing 110 is because there was this really cool film format that nobody was really capitalizing on. Kodak had sort of abandoned the format. They were the inventors of it originally, and they were not releasing new films. And we saw an opportunity to bring back something that photographers could use as a really cool tool. It's always been our sort of mission is to provide creative snapshot photography tools to lomographers and photographers and anyone else who wants to use the cameras that we make and the products we make. So 110 film was just a natural choice. We love the idea of making miniaturized versions of our popular cameras. We thought that was just a really cool idea. And
it's kind of a no-brainer.
The no-brainer, exactly. So making 110 film just was the next logical step. So far, it's been going pretty well. We've seen some of the cameras perform really well. Some of them are performing moderately well. But the reception and the response to having 110 film available again has been overwhelmingly positive. So it's been really terrific. And we have some more 110 films coming down the pike that are going to be really exciting too as well.
Okay, and currently how many 110 films and 110 cameras do you have?
We have two models. Let's say we have the Fisheye 110 and 110 baby and the Diana 110 baby, and we have more coming in 2013. And there are three films. There's a color negative film, a black and white film, and a red scale film. You can probably assume what the next films will be, just if you do logically think about it. Obviously, I won't tell you, but you can make the assumption that we will fill all the film categories and multiple speeds and so on. But it's really just like the beginning right now. And there's really some exciting things with 110 film coming from us as well, for sure.
Kind of what's the most popular 110 film and camera? If someone was to come in, never shot 110 before, what would you say? Most people like this, most people get this, you should get this.
Yeah, everybody loves the Diana baby. They think it's just adorable, and it is. I mean, and the picture quality is surprisingly great. 110, obviously you're going to get a little less quality than a 35 millimeter or a 120 film because it's a smaller negative, but the quality level of the photos is just something special about them. So people really love the Diana camera. And of course, color negative is always the most popular film. The black and white film is beautiful, and I've seen some really amazing shots with black and white film, but of course the color negative film is always going to be the most popular. The red scale film is a little bit more of a novelty film, so it's not ever going to be as high a performer as color negative. So,
kind of the opposite of 110, medium format. You guys have a medium format camera this year, correct?
Yes. We launched the Bel Air X612. It's pre-launched, meaning that it's not in the hands of many people yet. It's still only been shipped to a few people, but the camera is just amazing. It's the real sort of selling points of the camera are that it has three different formats. You can shoot 6x6, 6x9, and 6x12.
I was just about to ask what format.
Yes, and then the other really great thing about it is that it has a built-in light meter like the LCA. So what you can do is you're basically going to be able to shoot 6x12 format photos with a light meter, with a manually set ASA and a manual aperture change. So just that alone makes it a really special and unique thing. We are going to introduce more lenses down the road. It comes with two lenses now, but down the road we will introduce more lenses, including glass lenses, that I think will be really an exciting, upgrade from even the quality that you're seeing now. So it's a really incredible addition to the Lomography lineup. It's probably the most exciting thing that for me that I've seen Lomography put out in a really long time, and I'm thrilled. I have a tester that I get to shoot around with, and I'm just absolutely in love with it.
You guys have a bunch of 110 films. I assume you guys have 120 films.
Yes.
Can you break us down a little bit about what you guys offer in that category?
Yeah, 120 we cover a lot of things. We have color negative films in 100, 400, and 800 speeds. We also have black and white films in 100 and 400 speeds. We have, at times, it's very hard to keep in stock, slide films. We've introduced a 200 speed slide film, which is really great for cross-processing. You get this very citrusy tone when you cross-process it. And we also introduced red scale film. So we've had a red scale, regular red scale 100 speed film, and then a red scale 50 to 200 100 range film that you can shoot at higher speeds and it changes the tone from red to slightly orange, yellowish, and golden. So it's a really versatile kind of red scale film that it's just a difference of like which film you flip backwards, whether it's 100 speed or 400 speed. You get a different sort of effect through the red emulsion on a higher speed film than on a lower speed film. So.
As I'm sure people can probably hear below us, there's quite a party going on in celebration of the 20th anniversary. How has, I guess, Lomography how has it changed since the beginning? How has it kind of grown into something? Was it what you guys were expecting or what?
I don't think anybody knew what to expect. I think Lomography has always been about the unexpected, and likewise in the development of the company, I think that we've always kind of rolled with the changes, but we've always kept our mission very clear. It's always been about analog photography. It's always been about providing people with tools to enhance their creativity. And I think we've always been successful doing that, and we continue to be successful doing that. The one thing I think is that we've done is that we've been a lot more bold in the cameras that we've done. I mean, it was a pretty bold choice when Lomography decided to remake the LCA. I mean, for a long time, the LCA camera was a big sort of keystone camera of our brand, but it wasn't made by us. Yeah. And then when it went out of production, to reproduce that camera was a major leap forward for Lomography because it's a different type of tooling than doing any of the other cameras that were done in the past. It took about 6 months to find the right factory to even make this camera. And once that camera was made, I think it made Lomography a lot more bold. And we realized that there wasn't really anything that we couldn't do. And I think now with doing things like a movie camera, like the Lomo Kino camera that we came out with last year, with doing this Bel Air camera and the projects that we have coming up in the future, which may even go beyond the realm of analog photography, are really, really exciting. And we don't have any limitations on us. We don't really put any obstacles up for ourselves. We overcome obstacles that are put in front of us. And the goal has always just been to create and provide these tools for the community and to see what they show us with the tools that we provide for them. And that's an incredibly successful thing that we've been doing. Regardless of what our sales are, or regardless of how many stores we open, or how many it's the fact that the creativity that comes back from the community when they have these tools in their hands is the success of the company. And it's in that regard, we are a tremendously successful brand.
Speaking of the community, I guess I've always wondered, what, I guess, is the kind of person that would come into Lomography? Is it kind of older people who, haven't shot film and, wait, they still make film? Or is it younger people trying to get into it? What type of person is really the Lomography community, I guess?
I would answer that as all of the above. I mean, it's there are a lot of people who just love the fact that it's film photography. They champion us because we champion this idea. They don't want to let film photography go. They don't want to let the analog side of life kind of go. They like the analog lifestyle. But then there's just people who just, think the cameras are cool looking. They want something simple to pull out of their bag and shoot pictures with on a nice day when they're out with their friends or when they're out at a club or something. It's really all walks of life. I mean, we have an age range that I would say is heavier in the middle, say from 18 to 35 is really the heavy user. But we have young people using the cameras. We have older people using the cameras. We have people from all over the world using the cameras. I mean, we are a very international brand. We have subsidiaries in many, many countries, and we've really reached parts of the world that we never thought would be possible. I mean, you could have a Lomography meetup in any city in the world, and there's going to be people showing up for it, and that's an amazing thing. So it's hard for us to sort of pinpoint and nail down who our target audience is. It's everyone who wants to be creative, and that's everyone. Everybody finds some creativity in themselves, and we provide tools for people to do that. So. Yeah, that's really the answer.
People are dying to know. You kind of mentioned the future. People are dying to know. Can you tell us a little bit about what you guys might be coming out with in 2013?
I mean, obviously, I cannot tell you new products. I mean, the reason for that is just that there's a lot of work that goes into this, and we don't want anybody to scoop us on these stories. Obviously, it's important for us to be the ones to share this information with the community, but you can be sure that there will be new cameras. Very early in the year even, there's new cameras, and they will be very, very unique. I know I'm going to tease you now a little bit, but I know of one project that's coming next year that, to me, is the most exciting project so far.
Oh, no.
And I can't wait to have one of these cameras in my hand. As much as I am, involved in the business side of Lomography, I'm a Lomographer. I'm a hardcore Lomographer. I've shot 25,000 rolls of film in my life. To me, this new camera is the ultimate Lomography tool that I cannot wait to have in my hand. So I'm very, very excited about it. You can be sure that there will be new films. You can be sure that there will be new additions to the 110 line. You can be sure that there will be new accessories to complement the recent products that we've released. And you can always be sure that there'll be new additions of current cameras. That's something that we always do, and that pattern's not going to change. But the really new, exciting projects, I can't really tell you much more than that. Just brace yourself. It's really, really great.
All right. Well, thank you anyway. And people can go to what website to find out?
I would go to lomography.com. You can. The website is amazing. It has every resource possible for a lomographer or a film photographer. We have camera reviews, film reviews. We have an upload section where you can upload your photos and share them with the community. We have contests. We have articles that are related to analog photography. We have famous people who shoot with our cameras and give us interviews and stories about what they did with the cameras. So it's a cornucopia of analog photography resources. And lomography.com is the place to go. And go there, sign up, open up a Lomo home, and be a part of the fun.
All right, definitely check it out, everybody. This is FPP's Man on the Street. Signing off for now. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Well, he caught me doing a not-so-great job wrapping a great Christmas gift. A Kodak Tele Instamatic 608 camera. It's almost like giving two cameras, because it has two lenses.
Okay, Star, do your stuff. Look how the telephoto lens can make the best part of your picture bigger. A Kodak Tele 608 camera doesn't cost a great deal of money.
But it gives a great deal of pleasure. And like all Kodak gifts, the Tele 608 camera says, "Open me first," to save Christmas in pictures.
Hey, I'm sitting here with William, and we're in the FPP virtual store. Wow. Anyhow, I'm here to urge you to go find your mom, your grandpops, your friends' Polaroid camera in your closet or attic or basement. Anyone you know, guarantee you they have a Polaroid camera. Get that camera and start shooting with it.
Absolutely, you should do that.
And William has been working here in the FPP store, our virtual store that has a real three-dimensional shipping department with a real person in it. If someone orders something, you'll be talking to them.
Yes, I'll be speaking with you.
Oh, that's awesome. You can come to the FPP store to stock that camera with film, whether it's SX70, 600, or Spectra, with the Impossible Project film, because we're an Impossible Project partner store. That's right, and that's very exciting. Or if you find like an old pack camera, we are like your Fuji Pack film headquarters.
Oh, we have Fuji 3000B, Fuji 100B, and we have Fuji 100C.
Yeah, we have some expired Polaroid in there too. Filmphotographystore.com, or just click the store tab on our website, filmphotographyproject.com, for all you folks out there. And I can't tell you how many of you have grabbed a Polaroid camera and you're excited. You're like,
"Hey man, I picked up my Polaroid camera because you were talking about it so much that I did it myself."
And William, there's not one person. They're all like,
"I love it."
I've actually been affected.
Oh, yes. Yes, he had. What happened?
So I was at a garage sale, and I found, what was a
Polaroid Impulse.
And I made an impulse buy, and Mike checked it out. It actually works. They're very sturdy little cameras.
Sturdy little cameras. Impulse is a 600 camera. It would take the Impossible PX600 or PX680. Now we have the new color protection film, the newest chemistry from the Impossible Project. So, hey, I just wanted to share that with everyone so everyone knows.
Color protection film.
Cool.
Filmphotographystore.com. Hey, we're back. Matt and I have been enjoying shooting the new Impossible Project film, which I would guess that they're going to have a new emulsion probably in the spring or maybe come the new year.
They've really hit their stride with this stuff, though. I mean, everybody was excited about it this summer. Nobody could get their hands on it. Those that did were freaking out just because secret is it's amazing.
Yep. For folks out there listening who want to know what the heck we're talking about, Polaroid stopped making film in 2009. In 2010, an indie company called the Impossible Project announced they're going to start making film for Polaroid 600 cameras, Polaroid SX70 cameras, and Polaroid Spectra cameras. And now have gone so far as to make 8x10 film as well.
Yeah.
They did not have the Polaroid formula, so they were banging their heads against the wall.
They were really doing the impossible.
They were coming up with new emulsions, and these emulsions were very light sensitive. So when you shot this film, you had to be very careful about shielding the film from any existing light.
It could ruin
your film.
Oh, yeah.
But come fall 2012, they came out with a new emulsion called color protection, which means when it pops out of the camera, you no longer need to shield it from light, which makes it now amazing. And when I say amazing, it's because Now you could recommend this to your grandpa,
Yes.
your mom, your dad, your aunt, someone in your family who maybe in the past you didn't want to recommend it because you knew they wouldn't understand how to use the film because it was experimental.
Yes, and I've had a couple cases of that. I was giving away cameras and Impossible film to relatives, and they were like,
They'd hit you in the head with the camera.
It's black. What is this?
Yeah.
It's white. What is this?
Yeah. Or they take the film and try to cut you with it.
Yeah. Throw the camera at
Yeah. I received... So that film is amazing and awesome and now available, and it's green pastures ahead, I think. I think the newer emulsions that are going to come out in 2013, I would guess they're going to try to crack the time barrier.
Yeah, and really...
It takes about 20 minutes now to develop.
20 minutes to start seeing it come in. It's fully set within the hour. They say, if you want it to be locked in, scan it, within that first day that it's done. But, no more complaining, folks. This is fantastic film.
Yep.
It's at a very steady price point. Impossible, unlike Polaroid, when they have a new film, the old film drops in price.
Yes.
Something that didn't happen. If you're a pioneer, you can get this stuff or the test films at an incredibly reasonable price where you're buying many, many multiples. The color protection, I think, for me was that breaking point where I wasn't just buying a pack here, a pack there. I'm steadily buying 3-4 packs at a time.
Yeah, me too.
And as soon as I'm out, I re-up the order. There's no waiting.
Yeah.
There's no... waiting for the special sale or anything. I'm just buying it.
Yeah. Of course, you can go to theimpossibleproject.com, but Matt, where else can you buy this film?
Filmphotographystore.com.
Yep.
We've always got it in stock. I was just looking at the FPP stockhouse yesterday.
Yeah. I showed Matt the storeroom, the cold storeroom with his own dedicated air conditioner unit.
Yes, it's amazing. It's amazingly clean in there. We keep great care of our films. Of course, you have to, for every one pack of film or FPP product, we have 5 Debonairs.
Right.
But we're dwindling down on those because we have a finite amount.
Yes.
But just great film. We always have it at the FPP store.
Yep. Support the FPP. Help us keep the shoes coming.
That's right, yeah.
Yes, and if you folks are worried about price or shipping, any of that, don't. Our shipping is some of the best around.
It is the most reasonable on the
planet.
planet.
We have more international listener orders than any sort of in U.S. orders.
Yep, we ship it. Hey, I got an email. Speaking of Polaroid.
Oh, hey.
And when I showed you this, you said, "Oh my God!" You hold on to these.
Oh, yeah.
Those are your topics. You said,
"Oh my God, I love emails like this."
A land camera enthusiast named Calvin sent me an email, and he said, "What are your top 6 Polaroid cameras?"
Oh, yes.
So I emailed him back. I said, "I've never been asked, but I'll try." So if I can get a drum roll, here are Michael Raso's top 6 Polaroid cameras. Thank you, Matt. And of course, I did this super quick. I didn't give this any thought.
That's what you said. It was just snap decision.
It was on the spot. Number 6, the Polaroid Color Pack 2 camera. The Underdog Polaroid camera. Not as attractive as most Polaroid automatic land cameras, but it takes an awesome picture, and you can usually get it at a really reasonable price.
Mm-hmm.
Like eBay, $5.
Oh, yeah.
And all you need to do all you have to ask the seller is the battery compartment clean? It's behind the lens, inside the camera, takes 2 AA batteries. Awesome camera. Number 5, the Polaroid Alpha SX70 camera. Introduced in 1972, this camera introduced the style of film that develops right before your eyes. Awesome camera, and the only reason it's not at the top of my list, because of its age, a good working model is hard to find. Have you?
One of Leslie's top cameras.
Yeah, it's a great camera.
She has a couple. I've shot with it. I'm stuck on my Model 2 and that SLR 680.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see the appeal.
But there's a lot of intricate electronics in this camera.
Oh, very much so. It's hard to find someone that repairs them.
And they do the little pick arm inside that spits the picture out.
Yep.
Things do happen. Things do go bust with this camera. This camera is not nearly as robust as an automatic land camera.
Of course.
Yeah. Number 4, Polaroid 300. Boo. Boo.
Hey man, don't you know that's a Fuji Instax camera?
Boo. Stop it. Introduced in 2010 and manufactured by Fujifilm, the Polaroid 300 is the American version of the Fuji Instax Mini. Credit card-sized instant pictures and great to have in your bag at all times. I bought mine from Polaroid.com in 2010, and I have never stopped shooting with it.
No,
Love it.
just a fantastic little party camera.
And here in the U.S., you can get it at the Target stores.
Nice.
Number 3, the Polaroid 680 SLR.
Ooh, yeah, my favorite.
The ultimate Polaroid 600 camera using single lens reflex technology.
Yes.
Now, I did this list quick, but that could have been number 1 easily.
It's just where if I didn't know so much about you, that could have been number 1.
Yeah.
But I know you too well. So.
Okay. Number 2, Polaroid Spectra autofocus camera.
Really, number 2.
Yeah. You know what?
You give it so much more love than everybody else.
The Spectra is somewhat the underdog format of Polaroid. Everyone on eBay, all these websites, everyone's clamoring for SX70 or 600. And there's like the poor Spectra. Like,
like someone pick me up, maybe.
It's a wider film, and any Jim Carrey movie you see that you've seen in the 1990s, there's always a Spectra camera in it.
Oh, here's a cool factoid for the listeners. At the PDN, Luis Mendez loves the Spectra.
Yes, he does.
He came up to John, grabbed his Spectra, took his picture with it because he just loved it. Because he loved it. Just loves the Spectra. He says, I've had 38 of these.
He probably wore them down to the nub.
I'm sure he'd still be shooting it if he knew color protection film was that good.
Yeah. Number 1.
Number 1.
Polaroid automatic land camera.
Knew it.
Whether it's the original Polaroid Model 100 or the Plastic Fantastic Model 420, they're all well made and take awesome pictures. You can't kill that camera.
No, it's a tank.
It's a tank.
You just beat it around. I always have one in
Yep.
the car or at home. I mean, I'm a fan of the Plastic Fantastic, but superior results with the 100 series, the 250, the 350, the 195, the really high-end ones. I mean, you can go from dirt cheap to as much money as you want to spend on these cameras and still get amazing results.
Let's go right into our giveaways. In a few seconds, we're going to be talking about what we're giving away this show. But let's talk about, sadly, John's not here in the studio today because he loves to hear about what we've given away.
He loves giving stuff out.
Loves giving stuff out. It's giving stuff out. And this summer, a camera was donated to FPP by Leslie from Imagine That in Findlay, Ohio.
Hey, imagine that.
Yes.
And that was a freshly skinned SX70 autofocus SLR camera.
Oh my God! Now, if fans recall, we gave one of these away at the Analogs Pulse.
Yes, we did as well.
Leslie is more than benevolent in giving away her babies. She does have the arsenal of SX70 sonars, probably the most I've seen in one place. The folding SX70 sonars, and just loves the cameras. She babies them. The beautiful camera.
And the winner of the Polaroid SX70 autofocus SLR camera was Ms. Susan Stayer.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. She is hot-mink-moo-moo on Flickr.
Yes.
You friends with her?
Of course.
She says, "My name is Susan. I'm crazy for photography. I started with the Brownie when I was about 7. I developed my own black and white film and used to have a darkroom set up in my house. My current house doesn't have the space, but I still have all the equipment. I'm from Dayton, Ohio, and I live off and on in Arlington, Virginia. I lived in Canberra, Australia for 3 years, and I'm addicted to Tim Tams."
All right.
Tim Tams.
You ready, Mike?
Yeah.
Here's some shots she's done with it.
Let's see.
So she went to Mount Vernon, did some great shots, color protection film.
Yep. She won the camera and FPP Store Center a pack of color protection film.
Fantastic. And she did all of these broad daylight, no shielding. Awesome work. So here, we'll do... It's good to see when folks, using the camera, loving the camera.
Susan, I hope you really enjoy that. I'm thrilled that you're already getting use out of it. But that's not all.
Wait, there's more.
There was a runner-up. We gave away one of the cameras, the FPP cameras, that was at the Analog Pulse. Polaroid 600 black close-up camera, had an FPP sticker on it.
Oh, yes.
Katie from Brooklyn, New York won it.
Oh.
She says, "I'm from New Jersey. I'm 18. I'm off to college to study photography in the fall at Pratt.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Quite simply, I love photography and I love cameras. I've been interested since I was 14, and it's become my life. I'm a film nerd. I'm a camera nerd. I love taking photos of people. If I won this, I would probably take portraits of the people and places I miss most when I leave for college." So, congratulations, Katie.
Yeah, I hope we see her at a future meetup.
Yep, she won a Polaroid 600 close-up camera with a pack of PX680 color protection film.
Nice.
A few months ago, we gave away a Minolta SRT 101 35mm SLR.
Oh, yes.
The tank.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those early Minolta SLR cameras.
It's a beast.
Yeah. If you're not shooting with it, you could like protect yourself with it.
Definitely.
If you give them a quick, short, sharp shock, they don't do it again. Dig it?
And Nicholas Masters won this camera. He says, I'm a sprouting film photographer. I'm in my last year of high school, and to graduate, I have to complete a year-long project related to a career. So I chose photography.
The career of being Michael Raso.
But I chose to stand out by shooting my entire project on film.
Wow, and see, he's still in high school.
I just recently started my project and have developed my first roll of 120 film.
Nice.
I received a 1980s Mamiya 645 from my grandpa, and I plan to use it to take photos with. However, it would be pretty awesome to have a spiffy 35mm camera to carry around. So congratulations, Nicholas, on the Minolta SRT 101.
I'm sure he will put it to great use.
FPP gave away a Canon QL17 camera.
Fantastic.
It was the G3 version.
Oh, yeah. Cult camera, street photography.
Yep.
Great.
I've been talking about the Canon QL17 like for months now.
Mm-hmm.
Months. And every time you visited, Matt, I've always had one in my pocket.
Yeah, it's just right there, ready to go.
Yeah. Took some night pictures of Frank's Pizza. By the way, where'd you go last night? Did you wind up walking anywhere?
No, I just hit the grocery. I just put
Oh.
something together real
Went
quick.
across the street to the Stop and Shop.
Yeah, Stop and Shop is like a staple with my family. My family's all East Coast.
Okay.
So even though some of us have moved to like different states, everything is the Stop and Shop. Like no matter what it is.
You found some stuff there.
Yeah, I get some stuff. Jersey, even at regular grocery stores, the deli is better than like the best deli.
Yeah.
Out west, kind of sucks.
Yeah, deli.
And pizza. You have to get pizza here, diner food, most food here.
Pizza food, great. Diner food, great. Bagels, amazing.
Oh, we only have one good bagel place in
yeah?
Ohio, so it's like it gets old fast.
We gave away the QL17, and the winner was Andy Casellas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He says, I'm 14.
Well, you're getting younger, Mike.
Only one of my friends, and I'm the only one of my friends interested in photography. I mostly shoot Polaroid and 35mm, so this camera would be going to a good home. I developed my own black and white film, and soon hope to develop color. It's awesome.
Fantastic.
It's great that so many FPP listeners are now developing their own film at home.
Yeah, well, it's a great way to save money with you're shooting a lot, you have a project, you're doing like a lot of black and white. It's just really convenient to be able to do it at your own pace.
Right.
You're not like nervously waiting for stuff to get back from the lab.
Right.
It's just it's great that we have that and that they're younger.
Yeah.
They're writing in, because before it was kind of like the only folks that kept in touch with us were the diehards and stuff. But now we're getting a lot of new folks in.
Hey man, we'll be right back.
Polaroid's SX70 Sonar and Time Zero Super Color, the perfect Christmas combination.
Like egg and nog.
The finest instant camera and the fastest developing color. This gets much closer than any other instant. You view right through the lens. The focus is automatic. And this sharp, bright color comes up in seconds. No other camera does that.
That is close. What other cameras do that?
Name one. Well,
I'm thinking.
you only got till Christmas.
Hey, Mike, so, holidays right around the corner.
Yes.
You bought all your gift shopping's done?
Yep.
All set?
I am still enthusiastic about the fact that, Polaroid 300, a.k.a. Fuji Instax cameras, are available in Target stores and online. The prices come down. They're now about $65.
Oh, nice.
And they just came out with the purple.
Ooh.
So some close family members, I'm going to be giving a Polaroid 300 camera with some holiday-bordered Fuji Instax film.
Nice.
Yeah, so I've been giving away a lot of film kind of stuff.
Very cool. My stocking stuffer is a Debonair.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, that's great.
I had some extra Portra, so it was some Portra 400 with some Debonair and a mailing envelope. So
I don't really need anything for Christmas, but I will tell
what do
you.
You want?
Well, what I want is I want to get out more and shoot. And what I'm going to do is take in my fridge. I have some beautiful 4x5 Kodak Ektar film. I have some brand new Velvia 50 given to me by Fujifilm to shoot. And I just want to go out there and do. I want to go out there and just shoot some stuff. I now have access to the FPP roof. So roof. So when Santa rides into town on a fire truck, maybe I'll be above.
You're
like
going to blind him with a flashbulb?
Yeah, shooting some film.
Very cool.
Yeah.
You're going to make me sound selfish because I actually do want something.
Oh, what do you want, Matt?
I'm still at top of the list every year. 12 by 20.
Oh.
Let's keep my
For
fingers
real?
crossed. I've been writing Santa a nicer letter every year. This year I'm going to have some Polaroid 300 mini pictures.
12 by 20 camera?
Camera.
Oh, sounds big.
It's big.
Yeah, where will we get the film?
Keith Canham.
Wow.
So that's on the list. But everybody I know that's into photography or is sick of hearing me talk about photography
Yeah.
is getting a Debonair.
Oh, very nice.
The relatives that still have a Polaroid are getting some color protection.
Very nice. That's Impossible Project color protection film, the newest emulsion that's not as light. It just pops out of the camera. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
You don't have to slam it down. You don't have to turn it upside down. And the FPP Plastic Filmtastic. This is a 120 plastic film camera that FPP is selling exclusively for $20.
Can't go better than $20.
Yeah, it is an awesome stocking stuffer. And right now, you go to filmphotographystore.com, buy it, and you get a roll of film in the box.
Great.
So, and there's also an order form for the darkroom.
Perfect combo.
Because folks who get a film camera, they don't know where to bring it to get processed.
And what better place could we recommend?
Yeah, the darkroom. They're awesome. Good times, Matt.
Great. Well, happy holidays, everyone.
Oh, happy holidays.
You know, it's such fun to give somebody something they've never had before. It's what I got from my wife. Something so new, it wasn't even around last Christmas. It's the Kodak Pocket Instamatic camera. There it is. No, it isn't. Where did I put it? Got to see this camera. It's about, that big. To load it, you just slip in a film cartridge. She's going to love it if I can find it. The great thing about it is it's so small, fits right in your in your pocket. It's even smaller than I remembered it being. Now I can show you how great it is. You can carry it with you wherever you go. It's easy to load. Maybe a small camera, but it takes big, sharp, clear pictures. Look at these. Aren't those great? The Kodak Pocket Instamatic camera starts at less than $28. The complete outfit's a little more. Just tell them to remember which pocket they put it in. The Kodak Pocket Instamatic camera.
Hey, we're back. Hey, this letter is just in from Stephen Morimoto.
Stephen says, love your podcast.
I found it after getting back into photography a couple of months ago. The early shows with John and Dwayne had me laughing out loud while driving my car. And that, hey man, what's the matter? We don't make you laugh anymore. In the process of listening to all episodes of the podcast, personally, I love the sound effects. And I constantly have E6, C41.
E6, C41.
The Laughing Man.
Oh, yeah.
It's the first time someone's called it that. The Laughing Man. The Google.
The Google.
Super Positive.
Super Positive.
And that's right, yeah, running through my head.
That's right, yeah. Yeah.
Keep them coming. One camera category you haven't talked about much is the point-and-shoot 35mm camera. Correct. We've all but ignored it. I have a box, like a refrigerator box size, of point-and-shoot 35mm cameras.
Well, we know what 2013 is going to be.
Because you know what? We haven't talked about it because I didn't think anybody was interested in hearing about it.
Well, now we know.
I mean, there are the classics, like the Olympus Stylus Epic.
Mm-hmm.
There are a few little cult classic cameras, but there's so many point-and-shoot cameras that literally your brain will melt out of your ears. He says, I found my old one in a drawer with 8-year-old film in it, which developed just fine. It is a Yashica T4, and it is a gem and a very nice Zeiss lens on it. You should check it out. My plastic filmtastic Debonair bought from the FPP store.
Hey!
Yes! Arrived this week. Put a roll of 120 film in it, which has not been developed yet. Also, was able to fit a roll of 35mm in it, and just got it back from being developed. Sprockets!
Now's the time our sprockets when we dance.
I found an Olympus pen camera at a garage sale that I want to donate to the show. And that's what he sent in. So we're in the process of checking it out, seeing if it works, make sure everything works before offering it as a giveaway. Which, speaking of which, what is today's giveaway, Matt?
Well, today's giveaway, we have it's a multitude of things to give away, but the gist of it is still hanging on from PDN. Fuji gave us a ton of prepaid E6 mailers, 35 millimeter or 120, one roll.
Yep.
Prepaid mailers, so you just pop your film in when you're done, and it's paid.
Super positive.
How awesome is that?
Well, it's really awesome, but what makes it even better is that they gave us the film to go with it.
That's right.
So we have 10 rolls of Fuji Velvia 50 in 35 and 120. Velvia 50, folks. This is the good stuff.
Where's 120? Oh, Alex Laux donated the 120.
Great. So we have some 120 or 35. So when you sign up for the contest, specify which one you like.
Yep.
And we will be giving you what you like. We will have 20 different winners.
Yep.
The grand prize winner, on top of getting their paid E6,
is
on
what?
top
Is
of getting
what?
that, is getting...
Oh, look at that!
For a very chrome Christmas, a gently used Sawyer's Panaview 4 lighted 2x2 slide viewer. Still works.
It doesn't get much better than that. That is the thing to have.
That's
if
the
you're
slide
shooting.
package.
Yeah. That is for the grand prize winner.
The grand prize winner.
Right.
So, I mean, everybody's getting pretty well hooked up.
This is good because there's so many winners involved. 20 people are going to be picked to win some chrome film. When you enter, go to filmphotographyproject.com/giveaways. This contest is good from December 15th, 2012 to December 30th, 2012. And just specify whether you like 120 film or 35 millimeter.
And we'll hook you up with that.
Yeah,
so
we'll hook
this
you
is
up.
35. This is 35 and 120 chrome film, paid processing. All you have to do is shoot it, enjoy it, and if you really feel like it, we encourage you to put it on the FPP Flickr pool.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Flickr groups, film photography podcast, and drop it in the pool.
Yes, go to flickr.com, Film Photography Podcast. We have our own group. If you haven't been on the Flickr, check it out. It's really, really a lot of fun. And special thanks to Brandon at Fujifilm USA. He hooked us up with the film.
They've been great.
FPP regular contributor Alex Laux, a box dropped on the FPP from Canada of 120. It's cold stored, expired, but Alex, I asked him yesterday.
Hey, man, is that film okay? He's like,
yep, perfect. So great. Yeah. So thanks a lot, guys. Here's a letter from Zoe Melf.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hello from sunny Minneapolis. Kudos to you for all continuing to stoke the film photography fire. Yes, thank you.
Film photography 5.
Yeah, like superheroes.
Like five people that still shoot it. Yeah.
Yes. Me, you, John Fideli, Dane, and Mark.
There you
the
go.
Film Photography 5.
Film 5.
Maybe we should do an album.
Film 5.
You play an
It
instrument.
sounds like a bad action movie. Film 5. In.
I'm always learning about new things as a result of listening to your favorite podcast. That's us.
Hey.
Recently, you mentioned the Minolta Talker camera on your podcast. Just a few days after learning of the existence, my friend Tim, Flickr, Moiht, that's his Flickr handle, I thought that this was a good opportunity to show some love to the FPP and had decided to send it your way. I've included the camera as well as a roll of fresh Ilford HP5 and fresh batteries.
Nice.
So it says, P.S., shout out to all the film photo nuts here at the Minneapolis College of Art and Design. My name is pronounced Zoe with a Z, so instead of a J, it's Zoe.
Yep.
Zoe Melf.
Yeah, Zoe Melf. Yep.
Yeah, thanks a lot. In the future episodes, you will be seeing the Polaroid Talker. It says all sorts of crazy things, like load film in an Asian accent. True that. Hey, I want to thank Steve Long. He says, hope this camera will be helpful to you and your organization. I bought this years ago for a trip to Hawaii.
Ooh.
For an anniversary, and after that, I bought Dig. It's a Nikon 4000 FS.
Oh yes, that
Yeah,
camera. Great little camera.
That's going to go to a FPP student very soon. Hey, here's a quick letter.
Oh, hey.
This is from Tyler. Tyler's in Salisbury, North Carolina, and he sent us a bunch of M3B flash bulbs.
Ooh, those
Says,
are hard to come by.
Token of my appreciation for the podcast, I've switched to using electronic flash for my Polaroid Packtastic cameras. So these have been sitting in a drawer for several years. I was close to tossing them, then I remembered that you guys use them. As for me, I shoot a lot of FOMA 100, Delta 100 in 4x5, as well as Portra 160s.
What's his name?
This is Tyler Puckett, Puckett.
I think I have him.
As well as Fuji Acros Kodak Ultramax 835mm on my Pentax LX. C41 is processed by thedarkroom.com.
C41.
Thanks for the recommendation. And the black and white I process myself in Rodinol.
Ooh, Rodinol, okay.
I was trained in the darkroom in college and have continued to embrace film since then. I sold my this is excellent. I sold my DSLR when the new Portra 160 came out. Take a look at my website. It's tylerpuckett.com, TYLERPUCKETT.com. Let me know what you think. I'm also at the Flickr, TG Puckett. That's his Flickr handle.
I think I have TG Puckett.
Yeah. Keep up the great podcast and enjoy those flash bulbs. Look for the blue dot. It's your assurance that the bulb is good. Please note, I'm not responsible should the bulbs explode in your eyes.
Whoa, Tyler's got some great black and white stuff.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. Go check out Tyler's website. Hey, man, we'll be right back.
Eastman Kodak Company is happy to bring you America's favorite family, the Nelsons. Ozzie, Harriet, David, and Ricky. They enjoy good times together. And like most of us, they enjoy good times over again in pictures. And now, let's join Harriet, who's holding the answer to many a Christmas gift problem right in the palm of her hand.
I sure am. It's the Brownie Starmite camera by Kodak. Everybody enjoys having pictures, and this is the easiest way I know of to take them, in black and white or color. It's the tiniest, handiest camera with built-in flash Kodak ever made, and it comes with a tag that says, "Open me first." Imagine the fun Christmas morning when someone finds a Brownie Starmite outfit under the tree. You can picture the fun of Christmas right from the very first moment, and from Christmas Day all through the year, this will be a gift the whole family will enjoy and appreciate.
The Brownie Starmite outfit by Kodak costs less than $12. Other Brownie cameras cost less than $7. Each one is easy to use and takes beautiful pictures in black and white or color, even color slides. And remember, the name Kodak means it's a gift you'll be proud to give. And now Kodak invites you to enjoy...
There's a brand new camera in the FPP store. Ooh, really? And it's a plastic Filmtastic 120.
Look at that.
Yeah, this is known as a 120 Debonair camera.
Ooh.
It takes 16 shots per roll of 120 roll film. It's not a Holga. It's not a Diana. It's made at a mysterious, unknown factory in Hong Kong.
Nice.
Sometime in the 1980s.
Mm-hmm.
And FPP just acquired a
Just
boatload.
sitting in a box somewhere in a warehouse.
Literally a boatload.
It has a f8 60mm super lens.
It's super.
It has a hot shoe on top.
Hot shoe.
Ooh.
And you
Stereo.
folks out there can have this camera. Okay. Go to filmphotographyproject.com, you click the store, and then you go to 120 film cameras, and there it is.
So it's a great 120 starter camera.
Yes, if you've never shot 120 roll film before, this is the perfect camera to start with. Ooh, look at that, Dane. Perfect camera to start with, roll film. This is a good camera just to keep in your bag because it's going to give you those dreamy,
good sound.
You double, triple, quadruple exposures.
Sounds like a weed whacker.
So check it out. And
Yeah,
of
when
course,
it breaks, you can use it to whack weeds.
And of course, by visiting the filmphotographystore.com also helps keep us going here at the Film Photography Podcast. Thank you very much. Hey, if you folks, hey, we're back. If you folks want to write to us, by the way, podcast at filmphotographyproject.com.
We love reading listener letters.
We do. Pen to paper, P.O. Box 152, Butler, New Jersey, 07405. And Matt, pick a topic, any topic.
Any topic. All right. Well, you know, I really want to get to this book of the month.
Yeah, let's do it.
Book of the month, book of the month, FPP, book of the month.
All right. So Columbus, Ohio was the place to be this fall. We had a huge show. What show? down at the Wexner Center for the Arts. That's on the Ohio State University campus.
This was in the fall?
Yeah, Big Ten University campus. They had a beautiful show. Annie Leibovitz, you know, according to many, best photographer in the world right now. Best living photographer in the world. She was debuting her new body of work, Pilgrimage, which involved just a lot of travel around the U.S., visiting very influential people to herself in American history. I believe she started and ended in Niagara Falls, and that's what this beautiful cover picture is, Niagara Falls. So the book is Annie Leibovitz, Pilgrimage. So this book is, the imagery is amazing. The book has been out for quite a few months now. I first saw it back in April in Niagara Falls, like I think it was the week it came out.
So in a bookstore?
Yeah, but it was at the Falls. Like the Falls is like, they're crazy about Annie right now because it's really, promoting them. But the imagery in here is staggering, as always, with Annie. It's not as... This is a more personal series for her.
Okay.
So it's not...
Does it span her career, or is it recent stuff?
This is all brand new stuff.
That's never been shown before.
Correct. This is just for this book. She's doing the show right now throughout the United States. She had it at the Wexner Center until the end of October.
Right.
This is very personal stuff. It's not celebrity stuff. It's very kind of just her just discovering the environments these very influential folks were around. She's got some stuff from out west. But the imagery is just amazing. Very everyday, but historically impactful objects. Here, just take a look.
I would love to take a look.
And then just be careful on the inside cover because it's signed. I got it. I managed to meet Annie Leibovitz, get it signed by her at her show because I went to the opening night. My professor, Jeff, was very kind enough to get me access there. I also, for listeners of the shoe, we have a signed, Annie Leibovitz signed, FPP Plastic Filmtastic Debonair.
Oh my God.
From the moment she saw the Debonair, Annie was like, what is this?
The world's greatest living photographer saw the FPP Debonair
and thought it was a funky, neat little camera. She asked me, what the hell am I doing with this camera? I said, well, I brought the best one I could to take your picture. She just laughed. It was just a great response because her seeing a film camera, took her right back into it. A lot of her work is still film. She does a fair amount of digital, especially for the commercial work. At the show, at the Wexner, it had a lot of her stuff from Pilgrimage, still a lot of film. There's some 4x5, there's some 8x10, a lot of medium format.
This book, where can people get this book?
Everywhere. Whenever Annie comes out with a book, it's like, if you can't find it, you're having issues. Online, of course, Amazon, Annie Leibovitz, Pilgrimage. The best place to go for it, I found, Barnes & Noble always has like 5 of them. It's the holidays, so December 15th, you might have trouble finding it. If you order it now, you might get it for Christmas, if you hit the bum rush ordering option. But it's a fantastic book. If you know anybody that regularly likes her work...
Oh, excellent gift.
Amazing gift.
Gift for a friend, gift for yourself.
Yes.
Is Annie Leibovitz doing any more touring with this book?
I know she's touring with the images from Pilgrimage. What was really cool about the show, though, was that it wasn't just Pilgrimage. The show started with some of her life's work.
Right.
Some of her very early black and white 35 work, and then it got into more commercial, her getting her feet wet with celebs, and then just kind of evolved. Like her greatest images were on display there, and it's mind-blowing to see some of these prints. And the scale of them, too.
Right.
She has some 35mm frames that are blown up to 40 by 60.
Mm-hmm. Just
amazing. I was thrilled to meet her, thrilled to get some images of her on the Debonair, get her signature on a Debonair. This is just...
There's an image of you with Annie Leibovitz shot on the Debonair.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And it's like my new, someone's like, there was 1,500 people at the show opening, so of course someone's photobombing in the back. I don't even care.
Oh, okay.
It's too classic, black and white image.
That is special, Matt.
Yeah, and the book, special.
Pretty awesome. Quick break. We'll be right back.
Perhaps more than any other time of year, this is the season when millions of people discover Polaroid cameras do what no other kind of camera can do.
What's this? Thanks for the milk and cookies, and thanks for the beautiful Polaroid picture. Love, Santa.
Happy holidays from Polaroid.
Well, Chris, what are we going to get for Grandma this year?
A football!
For Grandma?
Yeah. A puppy?
I don't think so.
A Kodak camera.
Now you're cooking. Of all the gifts you can give, here's one everybody likes. The Kodak Extralight 10 camera. It's got electronic flash built right in, so you're always ready in a flash. It's Kodak's most popular pocket camera. Right, Chris?
Right, but there's still nothing wrong with the football.
Kodak, America's storyteller.
Hey, this is Michael Raso. Did you know that the Film Photography Podcast is listener-supported? That's right. Without you, there is no Film Photography Podcast, which is why we need your help. Please consider donating to the Film Photography Podcast by going to filmphotographypodcast.com and in the upper right-hand corner, clicking the Donate button. Your donation will keep the Film Photography Podcast running through 2012. Any purchase that you make in the Film Photography Podcast store will also support the Film Photography Podcast. Let's keep these shoes coming.
That's right, yeah.
Support the Film Photography Podcast.
Yeah.
Hey, we're back.
So we were talking about the Debonair.
Yes.
Let's talk about what makes the Debonair a little bit different from your Holga, your Diana, any other plastic camera out there.
This would be awesome. You see, I love the Debonair, not because I have 2,000 of them to sell. I love the Debonair, but it is so awesome and amazing that, like yourself, Leslie from Imagine That, Mark O'Brien, people are shooting with the camera and seeing that, it really is a very unique little camera. 2 shutter speeds.
Yep.
Has a springy clack to the shutter.
Hot shoe.
You
work with it in the studio, Mike.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
I'm finding myself playing around with some, I have a big studio project I'm still working on, still coming up with. The logistics are burying me at this point financially.
Still secret at this point.
It's still top secret. But, when I'm also playing around in the studio, I whip out the Debonair, throw a roll through it because I can.
Yes.
With some toy cameras, you don't have that much leeway. Even with, the Pactastic cameras, it's kind of a juggle. This, it's got a hot shoe. You pop it on.
Yep.
You're done. Ready to go. And the shots are great.
While you're talking, I'm going to get my Debonair.
Oh, great.
So tell me about using the Debonair in the studio. Like how?
Well, it's real easy. I have some triggers that work on the hot shoe. The receiver goes on the hot shoe, so when you fire, it triggers the rest of your strobes off camera. I'm a big proponent of strobes. I use hot lights when I'm doing stuff that doesn't move a lot or shouldn't move a lot.
Right.
When you do people, it's just really nice to be able to have strobes, work with those. The Debonair is, as much as, there's kind of like guesstimates on our shutter speeds and apertures are.
I'm only guessing. I'm guessing the cloud flash is 1/60th and the sun is 1/100th.
Yeah, it's about there. When I have my lights at anywhere from f8.5, f9 to f11, it's good. It looks good. And
so you would recommend people go get a Debonair for $20?
Mike, it's 20. Everybody has $20. If you hurry up and get these in before the new year, 2013, we can get you a free roll of 120 film with it.
Amazing.
If you don't have 120, it doesn't matter. You can throw 35 in it.
Right.
I mean, it's so versatile. I was going to talk about this on a future show, but I might as well now. I'm starting to do more little darkroom intro workshops.
Oh, nice.
Like people getting interested in the darkroom, getting their feet wet. If they don't already have a camera and they want to just jump on the film bandwagon, Debonair, perfect teaching camera.
Throw some black and white film in there.
Get them outside, get it on a tripod, and go. Yeah.
Matt, since you chatted about it, tell FPP listeners out there about your workshops. What do they mean?
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing? What have you been doing? How did they get to you?
Oh, well, you can go find a little bit more about the workshops on my website, www.mattmarrash.com, MATTMARRASH.com. I'm on Flickr, Matt4226. I'm on Twitter, Matt4226, Google+, YouTube, all the stuff. It's all there, and it's all accessible from the website. Find out more about the workshops. I have a darkroom intro workshop. The only one that's regularly that's like a pre-scheduled, I'm meeting in March. I believe it's the second weekend in March. I don't have the dates on me right here, but it's on the website. I also have an a la carte kind of workshop, so it's one-on-one, very personal. I had a couple this fall. My very first one was with FPPer Jason Benning.
Nice.
Remember Jason?
Yeah, hey Jason.
Great guy. It helps to kind of know your way around a camera. If you know your way around a film camera or just, your DSLR, but you want to get your feet wet with film, there's a form on my website you can send me, and we can get something working. I have access to a very large facility with all the way from 35 through 8x10 enlargers, tons of different processing options, so we can go black and white, color. And the only thing I don't offer right now is color printing, just because I'm not completely comfortable with that. I haven't been black and white though. I've been doing it for quite a while now. large format we can get you started on. So any topics you really have questions about, including alternative process, which is a big, folks are getting really turned on to that.
Yeah.
So you can find out more about those workshops. Very reasonable prices. You do have to come to me, so I am in Findlay, Ohio, but
Yes.
it's accessible from Canada and southeastern part of the United States.
You're in the middle.
But yeah, because you can just hop right on the highway and I'm right off there. So it's really easy to get to, real affordable, and
hang out with Matt.
And you get to hang out with FPP guys who go see, and we get all our film and paper. We go see Leslie.
Right.
We get a little Polaroid lesson.
Got
get some Mr. Brown.
Yep. Got the cafe next door. What's that called?
Oh, the Baker's Cafe. Great
Baker's
place.
Cafe, and now a new health food store in Findlay, Ohio.
So now you can come back.
Exactly.
But no, it's basically like just hanging out with FPP crew and learning about what you want to know in the darkroom. I give you little worksheets to do. There is homework, unfortunately, because we can't do it all in 1 or 2 days.
Right.
But it's just really great to see people's enthusiasm and help them on their way, because a lot of people might not have the time to do like a regular community college kind of thing, or might not have a local darkroom where they can do that. So
right.
They can come see me, hang out, see what little sites there are of the
Right.
Finlay, but really get a lot of good work done in the darkroom.
Awesome. Hey, man, quick break. We'll be right back.
Know what you're getting me for Christmas?
Yep.
Got a motor?
Yep.
Bucket seats?
No seats.
You stand up in it?
Nobody ever has.
Give me a hint.
Well, you press a button and it gives you a prize.
You got me a gumball machine.
It's a lot of fun for everybody. It's the simplest one in the world.
It's got a motor. You press a button. It's the simplest one in the world. You didn't.
It's one step.
But you get those free.
The holiday season.
What you get, Howard?
A time that passes much too soon.
Come on, guys. You're getting your picture taken.
A special time you'll want to remember.
See the camera, Howie?
In pictures. To help make those pictures look as good as they can, make sure Kodak paper is behind them. If you don't see these words, it isn't Kodak paper. Ask for it where you get your holiday pictures.
How'd you like my present, Howard?
Kodak paper, for a good look at the times of your life.
Did you know that this year there is a Polaroid automatic land camera explosion? Hundreds of people have picked up Polaroid automatic land cameras because of FPP alone. Fuel your passion for instant photography and consider picking up a Polaroid automatic land camera right in the FPP store. All cameras are on my FPP workbench, are thoroughly tested, batteries reconfigured, and ready to drop into your hands. Stop by filmphotographystore.com and check it out.
The truck man!
World famous, the Trackman. And hey, we're back. How about a quick letter?
Yeah, who we got?
This is from Kevin Dillon. I don't think it's Matt Dillon's brother.
No, I don't think so.
Could
I was
be.
just going to ask.
Remember, he was like in The Blob, Kevin Dillon.
Yeah.
He was in like,
Blob.
he was in,
man.
he was in Entourage, Kevin Dillon.
Oh, that's right.
But this is not that Kevin Dillon, but maybe it is. Kevin is from, I don't know where. I discovered your podcast about 6 weeks ago and have been rapidly working my way through the catalog of shows. Man, that must be like a real rush when you first discover the FPP.
Everybody does it. So
And you just barrel through the whole catalog.
We need more Polaroid subliminal messaging.
Anyway, I just received my first medium format camera off eBay,
Nice.
a Kodak Tourist 2 with Aniston lens, and have ordered some Ilford XP2 to shoot in it, along with a few 620 film spools. Respooling 120 film does not look to be a big deal, but I did run across a web page that really sped up the process. They describe using an old Brownie Hawkeye camera to use it as a respooling device.
Oh, okay.
No light, tight bag needed. I have yet to try this. Waiting on my film and spools.
Sounds like a cool workaround.
The link is using a Brownie as a film respooler machine. http://medfmt.8k.com/mf/620 hey man, go to our film notes. We'll have the link
We'll
there.
have the link. Because right there when you were describing it to me, I thought you were giving me like an access code for like someone's web.
Yeah, we also have a video, how to respool 620 film, and that will also be on our show notes.
Great.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks.
Next letter. Here, you read this, Matt.
Oh, yeah. And this is from Owen Kelly. And Owen is from... Doesn't say. Oh, well, from Owen. Hey, guys. I'll be sending a couple cameras your way. I have a Polaroid One-Step Express 600 in great working condition and a Pentax K1000. Hey.
Nice.
In less than great shape. The Pentax has a tiny bit of fungus in the stock lens. You know what? A little fungus, stop it down. You're good.
Yeah. Don't throw it away.
No, people are too picky about fungus. 3 of my 4 large format lenses have a little bit of fungus, and, well...
Fine.
I don't mind. Anyway, Pentax has a tiny bit of fungus in the stock lens. It has definitely been well loved. Some of the chrome finish is chipping off around the edges a bit. It's a lived-in camera. I've not checked the meter. I did shoot a roll of film through it using Sunny 16, and it gave me some great images. Speed seems to be accurate, but I have no way to test it. No other major physical issues with the camera. So K1000, it's just a tank. You can do a lot of it without the battery in there, because that's just the dial on the K1000. Lauren often forgets the lens cap.
Yes.
So you just Sunny 16 shooting it a lot, but
it'll kill the battery, right?
You kill the battery in half a night
if you just leave the lens off.
Just leave it open, leave it near a window or whatever. You're done.
Yeah.
But let's see. Yeah, so he's sending us the One-Step Express 600, almost NIB, and then the K1000. I bet the K1000 would be great, like student cam. Student writes in.
Yep,
absolutely. I want to get in on the film.
Yeah. Michael Rasso's top 3 starter 35mm SLR cameras. I just made this up right now. Number 3, the Canon T60.
That's becoming my new favorite. Very quick.
Made in 1991. This all-plastic camera, actually manufactured by Cosina for Canon, is the oddball. The odd camera out. The Canon T90 came out in 86. And before that, you had like the T80, T70, T50, and then in the 90s, the T60. Why? Because
weird.
Canon's cameras were so advanced by that point that they didn't have a basic student camera.
And this functions very close to if you're used to a K1000 or something like that. So.
Yeah, the Canon T60, it's a basic, great camera. Number 2, well, that would be a Canon AE1.
Great camera, tons of them around.
Yep, tons of them around. Number 1, my new fave, new to me, the Pentax K1000.
Yeah.
It's just awesome.
It is. And it's just worth every bit you can get it for. The lenses are affordable. There's quite a range you can get. When someone has me do a film wedding and they choose the 35 option, even though I don't like shooting 35 as much as giving a medium format, Pentax K1000 have 2 of them.
Yep.
So they're great.
There's Sally and Janet and Dinah and Trisha. Just wait till they see the gift they're getting from me. I'm gonna get you a Kodak disc. Win your heart, get a kiss. Catch the fun, just like this. Gonna get you a Kodak disc. Easy to load and fun to use. One has a telephoto too. Well, how can you miss? Who can resist when you get him a Kodak disc?
Merry Christmas, Mom.
Hey, it's Mike Raso here in the FPP studio with Matt and John.
Hey, now.
Hello.
Help support FPP. Go to the FPP store. That's filmphotographystore.com. We have an exclusive item, the Polaroid
Cold Shoe
electronic flash brackets.
Ooh.
If you own a Polaroid 100 through 300 series camera, we have the Polaroid 268 flash bracket that holds an electronic flash that has a PC cord on it. Imagine jettisoning your old flash bulb for a brand new...
For a new
flash bracket that holds an electronic flash. If you own a Polaroid 400 series camera, the infamous Polaroid 420, that's Matt's camera.
It is, yeah.
You can get an electronic flash for it. You can get the Polaroid FPP 490 flash holder. This slides right on your existing flash bracket. It has a cold shoe for your electronic flash. You could buy just the bracket, or you could buy the bracket with electronic flash. These are exclusively at the Film Photography Store. Help support FPP. Get an electronic flash for your pack camera.
Donna.
Packtastic.
Filmphotographystore.com. Thanks.
Well, hey, what
do you got?
Can I do some darkroom tips?
Yes.
So I did a video on the YouTube a couple months ago. We'll link to that in the show notes. And I was talking about, I was doing that X-ray film, the one a day.
Yes.
And, for me, it's not, I'm sure a lot of people see it as like a project. For me, it's just keeping busy.
Yeah.
You got to keep fresh on like shooting. I can't just pick up 8x10 isn't point and shoot.
No, it's not.
But with X-ray film, it almost is. I can really blow through. I blew through almost 200 shots in a little over 3 months.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Of the X-ray film.
X-ray film. So that's like $80, but it's a lot of practice. I know my camera inside out, upside down. I can probably do most of the stuff blindfolded at this point. And it's just really good, therapeutic. But I was talking about processing.
Yep.
And I do that in what are called hangers and tanks. Hangers and tanks are great for large format, but they're dip and dunk kind of tanks.
Dip and dunk.
So you have a hanger, and it's exactly like it sounds. It holds the sheet of film. The sheet of film slides in.
Sheets.
And then it goes into a tank, which holds a lot of chemistry.
Right.
Usually a half a gallon to 4 gallons at a time, like wide range. I use gallon tanks, so I mix up a gallon of developer, one shot, and I process all my film in it that I can do within an hour or two, and then I'm done. But dip and dunk is great. It's consistent. Most of them are stainless steel, so you put it in a room temperature water bath, and the temperature's not going to fluctuate. If you want to do stand development, you can get a lid on it, so you put your film in, put the lid on, come back in an hour, and it's done.
Wow.
You can do it like that for stand processing. I do it kind of quick, agitate it in the dark, but hangers and tanks are great for consistent results. They're inexpensive typically, but what you save there you kind of spend on chemistry.
Okay.
So like I use the Pyro one shot.
Yeah.
There you go, Pyro Cat. A lot of folks like using Rodinol.
Okay.
Caffeinol.
Yep.
With hangers and tanks, because it's one shot, you can mix up a lot of it and not spend a lot of money. But hangers and tanks are great for consistency. They do also have hangers and tanks that have what are called cradles.
Okay.
So you can put 30 rolls of 120, like 30 reels. You just put a basket. I'm sorry, and you put them in the basket and you dunk that in the tank.
No.
So you can process tons of film. That's how labs used to do black and white bulk. You just put it on the rack and you put it in your tank.
Nice.
So you can do quite a lot of film inexpensively at once, so it's consistent. And that's like, consistency is my word of the year.
What level photographer would be interested in this?
Any.
Really? How accessible is it?
Incredibly. They're on eBay all the time. In the 4x5 and smaller sizes, they're free.
Right.
I mean, they're ubiquitous. You can get them from anybody. Lots of old studios closing will just give them to you. Now, the bigger sizes, 8x10, or the big several gallon baskets, they cost a bit of coin. You might spend $70, $80 getting them. They were made in the 40s.
Oh, right.
And they're stainless steel.
Yep.
And as long as they're not like completely bent, you're good. I had a couple that were bent. You bend them back. They're resilient. They hold well. They handle, like, the chemistry doesn't eat away at them. They're really nicely coated, and it's just really good for consistent results. And that's just that's word of the day.
That is dorkroom tip of the day. Hey, remember Susan who won the SX70 camera?
Yes.
We talked about her earlier.
Yeah, Susan Stayer. Yeah.
She actually wrote a letter.
Oh, great. Hi, Mike. I just want to say thank you for the gorgeous custom-skinned SX70 and the pack of impossible color protection film you sent. I can't believe I won. I took the camera out for a spin yesterday at Mount Vernon, George Washington's estate, just down the Potomac River from Washington, D.C. Oh, I bet she ran past Brandon Edwick.
Yes.
The photos are on my Flickr page. Hey, we just saw them.
Yes.
Mount Vernon plus FPP plus TIP, if you'd like to take a peek. Thanks again. I'm a huge fan of the podcast and a frequent shopper in the FPP store. Keep the FPP going, and it's a lot of hard work, and I really appreciate it. Cheers, Susan Stayer.
Nice. I'm a little choked up. It's the end of the year.
It's okay. We got another great one coming.
Yes.
But how can we make it better than 2012?
Well, I can tell you. Everyone out there can make it better by donating to the FPP. We are, I'm very sincere about this. We are completely dedicated to continuing the show. We are going to have another full year, 2013 planned. There'll be another year coming of FPP, and we cannot do it without you. First of all, without you guys listening, we would not do this show. No. If we did not have the listenership, if we had a handful of listeners, we would not be able to continue. But we have a worldwide, global network of listeners, overwhelming amount of folks listening in the UK, up in Norway area,
yep.
Of course here in the United States,
Australia,
and you can help out by going to the filmphotographypodcast.com, and there's a donate button. And if you don't have any cash to donate, which is fine, maybe you could send some film, or if you have a camera you'd like to pass along for us to give away.
Yeah, we put it in the right hands.
Yep. Or say, hey, this is okay for you guys to auction off to raise some cash for the show. So we are moving into 2013, another exciting year. I already hear rumblings about us returning to the UK.
Oh, well.
In June 2013.
It's looking good.
It's looking good. I know, Matt, you've been...
saving the pennies.
Saving some pennies. We had such a good year this year at the PDN. I'm guessing we'll be back at the PDN Photo Expo. And there's some chit-chat amongst myself and Matt and Leslie and the rest of the FPP guys about doing some type of workshop. And it will be an FPP walking workshop, which means it'll be a photo walk, but to do something a little more comprehensive.
Oh, good.
Because I feel that we've been doing these great FPP meetups, but I run into a lot of folks on the photo walks who don't shoot Polaroid. They've heard me chatting about it, but wouldn't it be great for them to get up, like right then and there, grab a Polaroid automatic land camera and load it and see what it's like to pull the film out?
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to experience it.
You do, and once you do, you're confident and you can just go with it. But until then, people always write in saying, "Oh, well, I wasted the first 2 packs trying to figure it out." It's like, without not doing that on a photo walk, kind of feels like wasting our expertise.
What comes to mind is FPP listener John Meadows.
Mm-hmm.
He bought an FPP Polaroid 100 from the FPP store, and I hand delivered it to him in Cleveland, Ohio.
And now he's like hooked.
And as soon as it went into his hands, like I can't describe it. You have to see it to believe it. I mean, he really made it his own.
Mm-hmm.
His photography, his model photography, is so suited for that camera, especially when he does the FP3000B negative scan.
Yes.
It's a gritty, grindy, and John is shooting like steampunk.
Yes, he's getting into that a little bit.
1800s kind of grindy, gritty, and he's done FP100C reclaiming negatives by bleaching the negative.
Great. Those softer tones.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the idea of doing a FPP meetup would be like, let's get some cameras in the hands of people, FPP listeners, who maybe never shot with a Polaroid camera or does not know how to do an emulsion transfer, a Polaroid transfer, which is taking FP100C, taking the goopy side and slamming it on a piece of artistic paper and rubbing it, and then you peel it, and then the emulsion sticks to the paper.
I know a great printmaking lab where we could do that.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
That'd be great. So I think we're going to have a lot of great stuff lined up for 2013. Best wishes to all our listeners out there. This has been the best year ever.
Happy holidays.
Yep.
All that fun stuff.
Yep.
Someone get to the website now, not tomorrow, now. Sign up for our Chrome-tastic Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
A very Chrome Christmas, because someone is going to come away with a roll of film.
Chrome-tastic.
Paid film mailer.
Yep.
A pan of view, slide viewer. Whoa.
We're going to go out with some tunes, with Smoothin', some Pink Delicates.
Ooh, all right.
So, yes. And I'm getting all quiet because it's a quiet time of year, at night. And all the holiday lights light up in your town, around the world. And, midway through around this time of year, Santa Claus rides in on a fire truck here in the U.S. I don't know if you guys have that overseas. But you ever have that? You know what that is? They have that in the Midwest?
Yeah, they have it in the Midwest.
Like Santa Claus comes in on a fire truck. Some stores, it comes in on a helicopter.
Yeah, we have, in Ohio, they do the airport. The airport calls in, they say, they saw Santa fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been a great year. I want to say goodbye to everybody and keep shooting film.
See you next year.
Yeah.
This is the first Noel that I spent alone. For the past 5 years I spent Christmas at home, but this time is different. Now can you see there'll be no more Christmases for baby and me, baby and me. Now there ain't no snow on the ground, and my thermostat has been turned down. The Christmas lights, they are gone, and I'll spend Christmas night alone. To live, to live. Foreign girl without words on a silver chain. To give, to give. One more day off. What's in her name? This is the first Noel that I spent alone. For the past 5 years I spent Christmas at home, but this time is different. Now can you see there'll be no more Christmases for baby and me, baby and me.
suspicion as a fuel. Please quietly talk about me. Passing a note when I can't see. Dream of a life without me. My girl, I follow you to the places you go. Follow you to make sure that you know I'm the fix on the moon and the clouds. I'm the guy you saw slowly drive by. 90% out of my mind. I'll be the first in your line. Coincidental by design. There's no running my stop sign. My girl, I follow you to the places you go. Follow you to make sure that you and I stare you down.